Hi, welcome back to My Life with Plants. I'm Newman. Today's going to be extremely hot. Another hot day after another. There doesn't seem to be an end. This is Hoya rotundifolia that I restarted again after buying a rooted plant with a lot of foliage, but the seller sent the cuttings dry rooted, so you can imagine it's starting a root system and then it dries out, so it didn't grow at all, and I had to start it again. And here's another one here that we might have to just take out because I can't see. The light's bouncing off the windows, making it hard. But you can see the green, the bright green, 2 leaves. That's the new growth. And the other piece hasn't taken yet, although it still looks fine. So that's 2. Got 2 plants. I was actually tempted to just buy a fully grown plant, which are not that expensive at all. Wouldn't have cost much. Here's a leaf falling off Philodendron Brazil. That is part of the heat and drying out too, so I gotta water this plant like 3 times a week to keep up, and then it's gonna get a repot mid-September. I'm going to do a repot when it starts to cool down. It's far too hot to do a repot right now, but it'll get one. I'm surprised with Schlumbergera, or the Easter cactus, or Thanksgiving cactus, Christmas cactus, depending on when they flower. I think this one is the Christmas variety. And it's put up with the heat very well. It's nice, putting out a lot of new growth. One plant that's shows signs of underwatering is this Rhipsalis Rhipsalis variety. Put the name on the screen, and it's been busy dropping a lot of growth. However, I didn't drop this really long one, and so I just upped the watering. It's also been repotted. This Rhipsalis here, that's called Rhipsalis boliviana. It was closer to the window, it got burnt, of course. This tip here has died back, and I'm just going to cut that off. That's a rooting cutting in there. So I try to root a few cuttings. And overall the plant is still alive and doing fine. It's not one for high temperatures. This Hoya compacta Hindu rope is a much larger plant, so it's able to sit closer to the window there. And it dropped a lot of buds, but that's because a little bit of underwatering. Not severe underwatering, but I've been allowing it to dry out in between. And not deliberately, just because of the weather. Weather's been so hot. Plants dry out very, very quickly. So I have a little squirty bottle. I go around, and I did water this Nepenthes ventricosa and it's trying to put out some new pitches. The ones that did put out, they dried on the tip, so I've kept a little more water in the reservoir. Gaia, on the other hand, is able to put up with much more up and down, or heat and cold tolerance down to 10 degrees. And that one's busy pushing out pitches. Little update on Chordata, the cuttings of Chordata. And it's doing really well. The bright green are all the newer growths. There's actually too many plants in one pot. They'll have to be separated later on. Hoya linearis has been dropping leaves here and there. You can see that there's one missing there. So I've just put a little bit more. I've kept a little water in the reservoir this time. Haven't had any flowers on the peduncles of Hoya Matilda, but I got another flush of flowers on Sunrise, however. Got another one right here. Very fragrant at night. And this Hoya here, it's Hoya Kerrii, and 1, 2, 3, those are its 3 newest leaves. So it was 2 plants in a pot that was naturally got stressed out in the nursery. That was last winter, and nobody's fault. They just need to sell plants and sell them off, and if they stay lying around in the nursery, people just keep overlooking them. They're always looking for something new. So these are kind of in the nursery for quite a long time. This one was close to a window in the winter, and it got stressed, and the root system kind of failed. So what I did is I took out the plants. One had died, but this plant is a nice big stable plant, and just repotted it, and it's all fine now. Rooted up. Down here, my 2 jewel orchids. They've been growing really well. You've got bubble wrap up here, not to keep them warm. It's insulation against it's the insulation to stop the cold that I put there in the winter, and also it has paper towel there to block out some sunlight. Also it has the adverse effect it'll push out some heat too, stop it coming in. Alright, look at the leaves on Hoya Crimson Princess. Look at those leaves. This one's been growing like crazy. Burgeoning, as you would call it. This plant is burgeoning. And you can see up here, this is all new. And this one is one of my first plants that I ever got accustomed to semi-hydro. So that has actually got about 2 inches of water in there. And it's not just water, it's got nutrients and stuff. And every week I take it to the sink to flush it out. And if it doesn't have any slow release, I'll add some Tillandsias, if you like Tillandsias. These have been growing really well. You get watered every second day, taken outside. These ones are plump. Especially that one. That one's really plump and it looks like it's going to flower. It has some flower buds that have come out from it. Well, those could be the beginnings of new plantlets. They might grow on the ends of those growths. It's hard to focus. There's too many leaves, and this one here is a nice big plant. Yeah. Alright. Thanks for watching. See you again next time. Bye bye.